Starting with the Fodder challenge, I'm just gonna remind you that everything you do in general in creativity, with you do projects and you follow instructors, even if you have all the videos, I will recommend to have to keep notes the way you want it. I create this book in Fodder School, another Fodder School, I think it was Fodder School 3, and it helped me to sort of like just keep track of everything I did. I put a sample and also a sample of the colors and some of the ideas. I can always go back to videos, but it's better, faster if you keep notes like this. We do a lot, and sometimes we tend to forget. I tend to forget. So let's start. I want to talk to you one of the projects I started, which was this one from Karen Elaine. She helped us to make envelopes and to also do tags, and we use techniques also to print. So these are the examples. They're very, very cute. And one thing is, when you start, you can't not stop. This is one of the things that everybody will tell you from Fodder School, because it's just incredible. You start doing it, you start combining, and just little tips, and then the flow starts and you just can't stop. So this is some of the envelopes that I made with Karen that help us, and also I limited my palette as usual. So here is my notes. Then I made some bookmarks, and those are really, really fantastic. Also very addictive in terms of making one and not able to stop. So I use the material that I created also with Sharon Brandon, which was some kind of marbled paper. So I did that, and I use it to the other project, which was the bookmarks. You see, so you combine one Fodder challenge to another, and then you start just creating and go with the flow with the materials that you have. So this is one of the challenge. I'm telling you, this is day 3. This one was day 1, but you combine them, and we say day 1, day 3, but give you a month to complete all those challenges if you want. And if you have access to Fodder School 5, if you purchase the whole year, then you have permanent access to all those challenges, which I suggest to do, because sometimes you don't have time to make everything that is there. So then we went to, oh, these are very, very cute. We make some tags inspired by a mid-century with Suzanne, and I didn't do the whole tags. I just did some flowers. Honestly, I picked everything that I had in my papers, and I combined them, and they were simply stunning. The results were really, really cute, and that's what I did. And I have a lot of those that I can combine and play. And this is one of the days. It gives you this idea of making a composition with all those mid-century flowers. Then we went into something super, super cute also. It was flowers as well, but this time they were painted with some techniques that we learned from Kathy Nichols. And wow, I never thought I was going to be able to make something like this. So, so pretty. Look at these flowers, especially now in March, April. We don't have flowers here in Canada. So just looking at them, and it's just so wonderful. Soon we'll have, but while we're waiting, why not to look at my flowers created thanks to the Kathy. They were zinnias. So imagine I was able to create this. Honestly, I never tried to make flowers because I wasn't good at it, but this time, gosh, I felt like I was a pro. Which is I was very surprised. In January, we had Jane Chips as an instructor, and she did something beautiful with old pictures. The thing is, I don't work with old pictures. I don't work with vintage pictures. So for me, it was a challenge because I usually don't do that. I don't use it. So I combine a bonus lesson from Kate, which was a modified book, and I did it with photos from flowers and little things like I found that were kind of ordinary objects. And I did the same technique that Jane showed us, but instead of modifying pictures of people, like vintage people, I did like objects. So you see, that's something else, like you adapted your way, because at the end you do it for yourself. So you have to feel comfortable doing with the theme and also adapting. So I did this way. I modify a book, and inside the book I make those little envelopes that also they showed us how to do it. And then I modify photos, but photos from ordinary objects, from sort of landscapes too, and that way I feel more comfortable using this as themes instead of modifying photos. So yeah, you do some stitches and you work in photos. I honestly loved the project, and once I found a subject, you see, this is like a painting that I use, and which I felt comfortable doing it. So, and then I modify it. It was a pretty technique. Once I found how to use it, I felt so happy I did it. So even if it's a challenge for you because the subject doesn't appeal, you try it, you adapt, and at the end you feel so proud of yourself, because those little beauty things, I love it. I couldn't love more this project, even though at the beginning I wasn't sure what to do. So that's it. This is the book I modified, which I love the idea of doing that. It's more like a booklet, and I did some painting too, inspired by Jane. Everything was inspired by Jane, and also of course I get my notes. It was amazing. I had fun. February arrived, and with Kate McCurrick, a person I love, I used to, we follow each other a long time ago, so I was so happy when she became an instructor for Fodder School 5. We did something I adore that we always do in Fodder School, which is exchange something. So we made some props, we made all the material, and this year we made postcards. So I made mine inspired by what I found. It was something nice with my colors. Again, you do a little exercise. You do little exercises to define what you want to do, what you want to create based on techniques you learn. This is mine. This is my postcards that I made, the ones that I left because I made them, and then we exchange, and then after I realized that I have those left, which is nice because I can show it to you today. But I also received a lot of postcards that I want to show you. The theme was with we worked with birds this year, different birds or animals. You see, my animals were more into stickers. But anyway, I want to show you what I received because they are gorgeous from other participants, and that's a big thing. I think it's like your birthday month basically, because you receive so many beauties that is just incredible. You feel it's like your birthday, it's like a party to you. So many creators exchange, and you receive a piece of art. I really appreciate. I have all from previous years. I think last year was tags. We always find something to exchange, which is incredibly and lovely. So those are the ones I receive, and those are the ones I create. So this month I really adore. Every time that I know it's an exchange month, I get so excited. Last but not least, for this month in March, we created playful papers, and which I will keep because they are amazing with different techniques that Dory Patrick helped us to do. But the main thing was to create some portraits. It was a big challenge. I'd never done anything like this, and I'm not an expert at all, but I was so happy with the results, and it was so me. So those are the portraits I create. Hopefully I will hang them in my studio very soon, because I just finished them. I'm telling you, I finished those portraits 2 days ago, and that's why I didn't record this video before, but those are my portraits, and this was the technique and the amazing project that we had for March, and that's it. So hope you liked everything that I showed you, inspire you to create, continue to create if you are already in Fodder, and if you are not, well, keep it in mind and just give yourself this challenge because it's amazing, and hope to see you there. And thank you so much for listening to me.